Hello, welcome to the course schedule tour. So the course schedule is located in the same link as the course syllabus, and it is directly below the course syllabus. I did stretch this out to make it large, but I would recommend going into full screen or using the direct link and then printing this. Um, just to let you know, all of the assignments are open and available to you. That is in a different video to walk you through that in the the course tour. Um, all homework is normally due on a Sunday evening at 11:59 or midnight. However, some things are due midweek. And those you will notice, for example, in week 1, I have a meet and greet. You get to meet and greet and know each other, and so that's a discussion board that's due like on Wednesday, midweek. So I have made sure that any discussion boards that are due midweek, that they are noted. You will also notice that I've put in where your homework is due. So for week 1, we have the orientation. Everything that you're doing this week is located in Blackboard, except for the exception of getting registered for MyLab IT. That is done in MyLab IT for Pearson, but everything else this week is done in Blackboard. For week 2, we're starting Word, so your homework will actually be in MyLab IT. We do have projects, and we're starting off with picking your topic in week 2. There is a research folder that's located in Blackboard, and I'll go over that in a different video, but there's instructions in there for this. So the first 3 chapters of Word will be covered in week 2 through 4. Then we're moving on. And then we start practicing, for your final in Word, your Microsoft Office exam, and I've got videos to show you how to practice for that. Please don't just complete one, because I've got a checkbox here, complete a practice exam in geometrics. To practice for Word, you're going to want to complete a lot of those practice exams in geometrics. Again, that's a different video. All right, so week 5, we start off with Excel, and by this 5th week, you'll understand how things are working. We're going back and forth between MyLab IT and Blackboard. So some things you're doing your homework in MyLab IT, and some things are going to be due in Blackboard. By the way, your simulation trainings, they are not timed. That's basically your chapter book. A trick of the trade that I've learned is to keep this open while you're actually doing your homework, because you can refer back to your questions, how to make this move. The greater project is your actual homework. I have done all of your homework for you in videos in every single weekly learning module. That's a different video. I'll show you that, but you shouldn't be struggling in this class. I don't want you to. By week 7, we will be finishing up Excel, and you will be getting ready for your Word exam. So you should be practicing Word all the way through week 5, 6, and 7, and then it's time to go take your test. I want you to take your test by October 7th. Then week 8, we have some other projects that we're going to be doing, and then it's time to do your practice exam in geometrics for Excel. And then you're going to be practicing your Excel geometrics for the next few weeks while we go into Outlook. And there is no homework for Outlook. However, we do use geometrics trainings for that. So you'll do a training and then do a practice exam in geometrics. And then you're going to do another practice exam for geometrics that's due week 9. Week 10, we move to Access, and in Access, we are going to be working with the first 3 chapters of Access. So I've divided those up for 3 weeks. So chapter 1 is week 10, chapter 11, and then chapter 3 is week 12. By week 11, you should have practiced geometrics enough that you are now ready to go over and sit for your Microsoft Office exam at the Testing Center for Excel. Week 12, you're going to be taking the Access exam. That is not in Gmetrics. It's not like Outlook and Word and Excel that we were practicing in Gmetrics. This is actual homework assignment in MyLab IT. I will remind you again. Also, PowerPoint is just like this. So now week 13 takes us into PowerPoint, and week 14, there's 2 chapters for PowerPoint. Please be mindful of that. So you're going to be doing chapter 2 and chapter 3. By the way, I did all of your homework for you except for week 1 because I want you to try to get your feet wet and figure it out yourself. And chapter 3 for PowerPoint I didn't do. PowerPoint actually is the easiest of all of the Microsoft Office programs. So week 15, you're going to be doing the PowerPoint exam just like you did for Access. It's in MyLab IT. It's an actual assignment. I did not give you too much homework this week outside of the paper that you're going to be working on all semester, and I'll give you a visual on that in 1 second, a different video, that you're going to be taking your paper and turning that into a presentation. For the paper, it's pretty easy, and what I mean by that is that even though the paper has to be X amount of pages, I've divided it up. So week 2, you're going to pick your topic, and you're going to post that in a discussion board in Blackboard. Then the following week, you're going to do an outline, and then you are going to be working on it, and then you're going to, by week 5, submit a rough draft of that. And then you're going to be paired up with a partner, and someone's going to proof it. And week 6, you're going to get it back, and you're going to be practicing for your exam and getting ready for your Word exam. And then your final research paper is due 2 weeks later after that proofreading. It's due week 8. Then you get kind of a break, so to speak, and you're going to take that research paper and then turn that into a PowerPoint presentation during week 14, and then you're going to be commenting on someone else's in Blackboard in the discussion board. Note that there's a midweek deadline for that. That's really it. And week 16, the last project that you have to complete is a website project, and that is due also midweek on a Thursday. All right, you know what to do. If you have any questions, please use the Ask Dr. Barnes a Question tab in Blackboard.